Good day. This is Pastor JT from Affinity Missionary Baptist Church here in the lovely city of Cleveland, Ohio, early on this Friday morning. Look, you have made it to the end of the work week. Give yourself a hand. You made it. You made it. And I'm so appreciative that you carved out space for me to share with you throughout this work week the word on the net that I hope encourages you. You're able to share that with family and friends and let them know that Pastor JT over at Affinity is providing some encouraging words to springboard you into a positive work week. Look, I always take the opportunity to invite you to Affinity, 4411 East 175th Street in the lovely city of Cleveland, Ohio. We have multiple services. We have an 8 o'clock service early, and then in between the 8 o'clock and the 10:45, we have Sunday school. We go right into our 10:45 service, and God blesses us with not only an amazing worship experience, but we come together for prayer, and then God blesses us with a powerful proclamation of the word that blesses us tremendously. I need you to find a healthy, well-balanced church, and the way you can determine as to whether or not you are attending a healthy, well-balanced church is if Jesus is the center and that individual, if Jesus is the center and the pastor that's preaching at said church is preaching from the word of God. If your pastor today is the center of the church you attend, it is not a healthy, well-balanced church. Because that pastor, I'm willing to admit, even myself, pastors are imperfect. We are not perfect, and we're not to create kingdoms inside of a church. I don't let people worship me. I don't put myself in the center because I need salvation just like everybody else. When Jesus is the center, then everyone is blessed by not only the worship and the word, but the ministry and the fellowship, and we're all discipled and we all evangelize. And if you are not attending a church that's healthy, well-balanced, then I invite you to the most healthy church here in Northeast Ohio, Affinity Missionary Baptist Church. Look, I don't want to take a whole lot of your time, but today's word on the net is coming from the Gospel according to St. John, John chapter 1, verse 4. And it reads as follows: In him was life, and the life was the light of all people. I like that latter part because it says, let me make sure I get this right, and the life was the light of all people. That means the light of Christ is accessible to everyone. There is no filtration. There is no go-between, but the light of Jesus Christ is available to everyone. Now, if Jesus is the light to all people, then that means Jesus must be the center of everything. I'm just laughing because of what I said earlier about a healthy, well-balanced church. If Jesus is the center of the light of all people, then all people can see Jesus. If something is in between that light, then you are walking in darkness. You don't want to walk in darkness, because when you walk in darkness, not only do you bump into things that you cannot see, but you might bump into people that can't see you. But isn't it a blessing to know that if Jesus is the light of the world has an opportunity to see him. Look, I hope that blessed you on today like it blessed me. Share this video, share all of these videos. I've been doing these word on the net since January 1st. You have the opportunity to go on our YouTube page and look at some old ones and share them with your family and friends and use these as evangelistic tools to let people see the light of Christ through the Word of God. I look forward to connecting with you next week. Stay safe. Find a healthy, well-balanced church, 4411 East 175th Street in Cleveland, Ohio. Take care.